What's going on, everybody? C4 here. Welcome back to the channel, and today we are continuing with our Arizona Cardinals realistic rebuild with years 6 through 10. And this is a rebuild so far on pace to be our worst rebuild ever. If you missed anything from the first season, years 1 through 5, we've won one NFC West title. That's it. We have an MVP award already gone to our quarterback who's playing like our team's nice. Kyler Murray is an MVP winner. Andy Isabella has developed into a superstar X Factor. We've used 2 premier draft picks, Tristan Wirfs and Creed Humphrey, to make our offensive line one of the better lines in the NFL, if not one of the best in the NFC. We brought in a very nice complement option, a 90 overall running back in his prime in Kerryon Johnson to complement Kenyon Drake. On the defense, X Factors for days. Chandler Jones. We got this Wheeler guy, who's a monster. Ashton Wheeler, superstar X Factor. Beast. Unstoppable force. He's unstoppable. Hassan Riddick's developing nice. Byron Murphy's up to a superstar. Who actually, I think he just got that. I didn't even know. He just did. Awesome. And we got Budda Baker, Jeff Glad. Like, we got a good team. And the fact that we have yet to win a Super Bowl is disheartening. But even more so, only 1 out of 4 years so far has been deemed a success. So we're going to have a little bit of a change in the guard as we get ready for this episode. We're going to let some guys walk. Aaron Armstead's going to go. He's a big starter. He was till this point, our biggest money free agency signing. We brought in a couple veterans. We brought in Jason Peters and Kalicio Semele early on. I think that was like year 2. Obviously, you saw Kerryon Johnson in the backfield, but Eric Armstead was the big money free agent that we signed away from the divisional rival 49ers. And he's really, really failed to impress. I don't think he's got over 5 sacks in any season. Now, that could just be putting him unnecessarily on blast as I'm speaking on I just can't remember him going off. So let's see. Eric Armstead says we paid him pretty much top-tier dollar for a 3-4 defensive end. He has 3, 5, 6, 2, 6. Okay, let's say probably around here. 6, 5, haven't gone over 6.5 sacks. That's a career year for him. That is not good. I want, if you're a 3-4 end, I'm not going to hold you the same expectations as a 4-3 edge, but give me 8 sacks. And he has yet to get that. So as we are getting ready here to kick off part 2, everything to play for here for the Cardinals after a very weird 5-9-2 season to finish out part 1. We got everything to play for. And I feel like with Kyler Murray at the helm, it's only a matter of time till we get to that upper echelon in the NFC. We stop messing around and not making the playoffs. But it all starts with a good free agency and a good draft to kick off part 2. Let's get into it. So as we enter our first free agency period, there are some interesting names, but not so much a position of need. We needed, realistically, a guard. And looking at the guards, there is Shane Lemieux, but we used him in the last rebuild, and I don't want to reuse players that quickly. Mucci's not bad. 76 ain't bad. I'm looking at defensive ends. I did think about getting Gross Matos, but he's only a star with these sliders, star dev players. You really want to get them when they're young. 26, it's going to be pretty hard for him to grow and develop. It's going to take 17,000 XP for him to get 1 skill point. That's a little tough for me at this point. And I was looking at linebacker. There is Patrick Queen, but he's not that much better than what we have in David Reese and KJ Britt. So I'm looking at 1 upgrade here, and it's going to be Xavier McKinney. We're going to bring him in, 88 overall, and more so, we're going to slide him to strong safety and be our starter there. Shout out to Jalen Elliott. I think it was the Eagles. Was it the Eagles rebuild? One of the rebuilds, we actually got him frequently. It must have been the Eagles. We won the Super Bowl with. He was unreal. But anyways, Xavier McKinney, potential first-round pick in the 2020 draft out of Alabama. He is going to be our big money signing, and we're going to move him to strong safety if we can land him. Kiss my ass, bud. You're trash anyway. A draft recap. Had a very, very good draft here this year. First round, we got D-tackle. Trust me, he's going to be a defensive end speed rusher. 6'3", 297. He's very much a defensive end. He's going to be taking one for Eric Armstead. 77 hidden dev trait. 89 strength, 81 block shed, 84 finesse move. Great speed. This guy is a monster. Absolute monster. Second round, best player available. You can never have too many quarterbacks. This guy could eventually be trade bait, but Clayton Frederick, 75 hidden dev. He was number 9 in true talent in the draft class. Very accurate player. Fits the mold of what we want for our scheme, even though he's not, an improviser fit. I don't know if it's going to be added pressure to Kyler Murray, but I just think it was more so best player available, and there's always going to be great value for quarterbacks. So, hey, maybe we can flip him for a pick down the line. Because really, that's how my draft board. I had no one else that was even close. All my other players that I wanted were like in the 4th, 5th round or UDFAs. So like, why not just bring in another talented player? We got Gordon Benjamin here, defensive end from Memphis 71. We got a 70 tackle Matt Jones from Northern Illinois. We got Billy Pasco, 70 hidden dev. He actually wasn't a UDFA. He was like projected to go 5th round and, had a good bench press. We actually scouted them. And we got Mirko Krokop. There's a throwback. Mirko Krokop's son, Malcolm Filipovich, 69 overall normal. And then one of my favorite picks in the 7th round, you always go tallest punter. That's all I ever do. I always go tallest punter. And he came out 66 with a hidden dev, 88 kick power. That'd be unreal if we get us like a superstar dev punter or something crazy like that. But I'm really interested to see how Skinner develops and what kind of trade value we can get for Frederick. Especially, I'm going to be actually almost annoyed if he comes out like superstar or something like that. Because then we might have more questions than answers. And I hope I didn't just create a quarterback controversy, because I am very firmly under the belief that our MVP winning quarterback, Kyler Murray, is going to be our QB for the entirety here of Part 2, years 6 through 10. As before we get into the season, strong safety is still a big position in need, and I was shocked to see Robinson, a superstar, he's 23 safety available. So what I had to do is annoying, but I had to get a best player available. This was too good to pass up. So he's flipped Brown, who's 78, he was like 25, so like a starting caliber D tackle. Pasco, hidden dev trait, offensive lineman, 70 overall. You see the 70 overall? You think it's a little bit, he's a 70 overall hidden dev. And then we got Matt Jones, who's a 70 overall, I think star dev. So we sent 2 guys that have a lot of upside on the offensive line and a starting D tackle for a strong safety who was surplus requirement from the Rams and wasn't a scheme fit for the Rams. So, yeah. My plan was to get the whole way my rebuilds work, especially for when we get 10 years, is to constantly draft young linemen so I don't have to ever pay my starters. I can always just keep that factory going, keep churning them out. And we big time gamble here to get better at the back end on the defense. So we flipped 2 dev trait linemen for a guy that's absolutely not a scheme fit, but still a remarkably talented player. I assume he's going to be he's not even close to a contract. I have no idea why they don't want him, but at an Army, that's kind of crazy. Not the fastest, but he has really good zone coverage. His hit power is fine. His awareness is good. But yeah, you look at the dev trade, it looks like a great move here for the Arizona Cardinals, trading with a divisional rival. But again, we gave up a very nice looking D tackle and 2 dev trait linemen. So hopefully it works. Starting to worry, like, do scrambling quarterbacks not get the job done, especially ones that want to get paid $1 trillion, as we are 3-5 coming out of the bye, bottom dwellers in the NFC West. And let's see what kind of money. Kyler Murray wants $236 million. I mean, we'll throw him that money, but I mean, what? I'm not seeing the result. I mean, sure, he got MVP once, but outside of that, man, I'm just not seeing any other results. It's definitely been pretty damn frustrating. So outside of that, I mean, luckily we don't have to re-sign a crazy amount of people, and we can get some affordable deals. KJ Britt's solid linebacker, solid enough anyways. Probably need to move on from Chandler Jones. Inside, though, Fedarian Mathis is solid. Give him a 5-year deal, under $4 million cap hit. That's easy to work with. Kennard's replaceable. Amon-Ra St. Brown. What's this deal looking like once we get up to 5 years? It's in the $2 million. He's a star dev. We can work with that if we can get him re-signed. So, yeah, pretty much. We're not getting the snaps for that backup quarterback to see. Because if that backup had a superstar dev, maybe I would be pressed to see it. But I'm not going to cheese the game and go see what it is. And we're going to gamble that Kyler Murray's going to be our guy going forward. So we'll come back and renegotiate with Amon-Ra St. Brown for sure. And then pay Kyler Murray probably $240 million. And just out of interest, so we finished 5-11. How many games did we lose in a row? Down that stretch, we lost. So we talked here at the bye. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a row. 5 in a row after we paid Kyler Murray $241 million. What's the depth trade of that backup? Just be star. It is a star. Okay, that's no harm, no foul there. Just coming out as a star dev. The other guys on the defense, Skinner came out star dev. I think that was it, because we traded away the other lineman that had hidden dev. Why are we sucking? Kyler Murray playing average has something to do with it for sure. Our run game's fine. Kerryon Johnson's been solid. Andy Isabella almost 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns. That's fine. maybe we need to bring in like a brand new, like maybe we spend all our money if there's a huge free agency option at wide receiver, I guess. That's all I can think of. Defensively, David Reese, great year, 120 tackles, 10 TFLs. Might be playing himself into a dev trade upgrade to superstar with those kind of numbers. 7 sacks on Riddick, 6 for Wheeler. That's pretty good for Skinner. Out to 5 sacks doesn't look great, but 20 TFLs for a rookie? Hell yeah. Dude's living in the backfield. Robinson, we trade for right at the end of camp. 89 tackles, 2 TFLs, 2 picks. I like seeing that as well. Yearly awards MVP went to Patrick Mahomes. In the NFC Offensive Player of the Year went to Carson Wentz. Fred Warner, defense. Brad Hey, Skinner got Defensive Rookie of the Year. I like seeing that. And I don't think we're going to have very much in terms of individual award winners, which we do not. And we're sitting here just pissing away another year in year 6. Let's move on to year 7. Huge names available in free agency. Remember, I was like, I'll get the best wide receiver. Oh, it's just Henry Ruggs, who we've used in every rebuild so far. So here's where we're going to get a little different. We're going to go outside the box. We're going to look at Brevin Jordan, 25, superstar dev tight end. Max Williams not cutting it. Hunter, that experimental wide receiver that we drafted. It's not catching on a tight end. It was a gamble that didn't pay off. So let's get Brevin Jordan. Hopefully he will want to come to us over New England. And then Tylan Wallace, 25 years old, deep threat wide receiver out of Oklahoma State. He's only an 86 overall. So it's not, costing us an arm and a leg, but I think that's exactly the kind of player that we need because Christian Kirk, anyone that's not Andy Isabella, is not getting the job done here for the Cardinals. And like that, we pay our quarterback $240 million. Let's get some new, fresh skill position players to help him out, landing both Brevin Jordan and Tylan Wallace. A great start to this offseason. Let's have another insane draft and get ready for year 7, where we are for sure winning the division at least. After landing pretty much all of our targets in free agency, we had a really, really good draft, especially at the top end. We'll finish that last. So we got a 68 kicker, 69 tackles, 72 guard, 71 guard. Like I said, I like building up those depth linemen, and we got a nice kicker. But look at these 2 picks. So we got Tobias Forrest. He was a 4th-round pick that we had scouted, 77 speed rusher. So built to probably, I don't even know, outside linebacker. Just really good across the board. Nice chest piece. He's pretty much for us going to be an outside linebacker. Maybe a potential successor to Hassan Riddick, who's getting up there in age just a little bit. But we're going to move him there, and he only takes a 1-point hit. And then in our first round, we got Marcus Stevens, corner from Boston College, 77 hidden dev. We got number 5 and number 6 in true talent back-to-back in this draft. 95 speed. We got 90 agility, 80 press. His base coverage stats aren't amazing, but he still is a really nice-looking player with some outside-to-play safety, 6 feet, 212. So please, for the love of God, one of these 2 guys, it seems like all of our hidden devs so far this rebuild have been stars outside of really the one defensive end there. So I would love one of these guys to be at least a superstar. That'd be nice. So here we go. Year number 7. We're up to an 88 overall, 92 offense. Kyler Murray's still at the helm. I think he's 94 overall X Factor. Kerryon Johnson. We got Andy Isabella. Christian Kirk. We brought in Tylan Wallace in free agency, hopefully to give a little bit of spark to the offense, along with Brevin Jordan at tight end. Offensive line remains essentially the same. You could argue the guards could be stronger, but it's just, hey, we could take Howard Strong here, who's been a guard, or a tackle that's been developing. We actually slide him over to right guard. That should be near another 80 overall lineman. There he goes up to 81 overall. So just like that, fixed a problem. Flipping to the defense, so we got Wheeler, X Factor, Mathis, and Skinner make up the front 3. Byron Murphy, superstar corner, along with Budda Baker. We got Jeff Gladney, who hasn't really developed much, so hopefully Stevens can kind of take over that role. At safety, Thompson, solid. We got Robinson, superstar player that we traded for last year. We'll go Hilbert. No, it's Hebert. Sure. David Reese making the linebacker core is okay. Definitely want to see Forrest, get some meaningful snaps. What if we gotta have him move a middle linebacker? His coverage stats suck. Yeah. Let's see. Probably go down to 75. This is just maddening. He's a run stuffing. Is his second best thing. We could use a run stuffing middle linebacker. He goes down. He goes from 77 to a 70. Yeah, it's not worth doing that. So we're going to have him just, be groomed to be the heir to Hassan. How old is Hassan Riddick? He got to be getting close to 30, if not being 30 on the dot. Yeah, he is 30, so yeah, he's not getting any younger, and it's just, it's cheaper. It's going to be a cheap replacement eventually in Forrest. But our linebacker core is, It's all these Stardust, man. Stardust players just don't develop that great. They just turn into be solid players, nothing too special. So we need Kyler Murray to have almost an MVP-like season to carry us to a divisional title here this year. Coming out of the bye in year 7, we are 5-4, which is not a great record, but it's top in the NFC West. You know, you only got to win your division to get a spot in the playoffs, which is totally doable. Contracts, what do we got? I have no idea who's up for contract. So first up, we got Creed Humphrey. Absolutely want to bring him back. Anchor to our offensive line. Christian Kirk has honestly been really disappointing. Like, we got to make smart decisions here. Buda Baker wants a 1 year. That's replaceable. I'm going to be honest with you. Christian Kirk, totally replaceable for his production. However, LaMarcus Robinson, I actually like him going forward, especially getting under $4 million cap hit. Hassan Riddick, replaceable. We drafted his replacement. Strong. I actually think he can actually carve out a role here as a starting guard for us. So we'll see if we can get him locked up. Crosby, if we're going to be losing Buda Baker, let's get someone like Crosby locked in for 5 years. See if we can grow and develop him just a little bit. But yeah, man, I'm cutting fat. Christian Kirk, what am I going to pay you for? $41 million. I don't think you've got over... You went over 1,000 yards maybe once. Every other, you're averaging probably like 4 touchdowns, 800 yards. Not good enough. Oh, baby. The end of year 7, it only took this long to get our second, I'm going to write down the old spreadsheet here, second divisional title, winning the NFC West 10-6. No dev traits or anything like that. I don't think we had one dev trait scenario pop up this year. But our team played well. I can only imagine Kyler Murray got player of the week a couple times. Yeah, he had really good numbers. 3,800 yards, 39 touchdowns, 7 picks, 72% completion percentage. We got 1,200 yards, 6 touchdowns for carry-on, 503 from Kyler Murray. So that's, 4,200 yards and over 40 touchdowns. Receiving, Andy Isabella, huge year. 79 catches, 1,100 yards, 15 touchdowns. Kirk was 704. See, that's why, even though he's 92 overall wide receiver, look, these are the numbers. He's gone over 1,000 yards twice. It's just not good enough. He's a wide receiver 3. Brought in Tylan Wallace in 1 year, 700 yards, 10 touchdowns. Brevin Jordan, 607. So, really unheard of production, and it's time to move on. David Reese over 100 tackles. We got 11 sacks from Hassan Riddick. See, now that's annoying because we plan on moving on from Hassan Riddick, and he just has a goddamn career year. Oh, man, he's going to go up to X Factor. But he's also 30. He's so old. I don't know. We'll wait and see about that one. Yearly awards MVP went to Kyler Murray, his second MVP of this rebuild. I like seeing that. NFC Offensive Player of the Year went to Kyler Murray. Defensive Player of the Year went to Woodward. Hassan Riddick coming in number 3. Offensive Rookie of the Year went to Casey. Defensive Rookie of the Year went to Marcus Stevens, our corner. I love seeing that. Quarterback, Kyler Murray. Wide receiver, Andy Isabella. Linebacker went to Hassan Riddick. Man, we might have to bring back Hassan Riddick. I'm going to think about it. I'm most likely... Maybe I bring him back and move him middle linebacker. He can play middle linebacker. Spend our XP here really quickly as we kick out the playoffs against the 10-6 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Can our MVP quarterback lead us to victory? I hope so. Come on. I'm going to pop in. I don't think I've actually played any games with the Cardinals yet. So if things get a little funky, because this is like our first playoff game in forever, I might hop in for a drive or two. Make a couple conversions, you know what I'm saying, in the second half. So we're down. Oh, come on, man. You're the MVP. Do something. 14-14. We are tied. I'm coming in here. Here we go. This is a good time. First and goal on the 5. We got Kyler Murray. I'm probably just going to scramble. I don't want to just do slants. Look, the team's time. I'll do stick, which is essentially still a slant. But I want to get moving with Kyler Murray. I think when he's outside the pocket, man, he's going to be like that Lamar Jackson type of cheesy, which he is. He is going to be unstoppable. We probably could just scramble all the time. I don't play with these type of quarterbacks all the time. So it could be kind of fun. But we're able to get a touchdown there, a big touchdown, enter the second half with a lead. Defense got a turnover there. We're now in the red zone. And, that should be enough to get us over the hump here. 29-14, 2 minutes to go, 8-point game. They got to go 98 yards to tie this game up, which they can't. They turn the ball over, and there we go. A playoff victory for the Arizona Cardinals. 217 yards, 2 touchdowns for Kyler Murray. Why is Jameis Winston still the quarterback for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? I don't know. But over 100 yards for Kerryon Johnson and Andy Isabella as we get to move on to the NFC Championship game. And in our first championship game, we're going up against an 8-8 Chicago Bears team. I don't know whether to be scared or laughing. They got Justin Fields as a quarterback, Aaron Donald, Allen Robinson, and Khalil Mack. DeAndre Swift, Jalen Phillips, D4, Justin. Okay, so they have a perfect mix. These guys don't even have abilities, for God's sakes. They have a perfect mix of young and old. All right. Have fun trying to catch Kyler Murray. That's my response to this. All right. What do we got here? Trade field goals. All right. Trade field goals. 3-3 first half. Low scoring. What defense wants it more? We saw the playmakers. They got Khalil Mack. They got Aaron Donald. But we got Kyler Murray. We got the MVP. We got a guy that's impossible to tackle. So this game's tied up going into the second half. I might come in. It's third down. Cal coming for a shot here. What do we got? 3rd and 4. I guarantee everything's going to be, hey, run slants. Maybe screen? Carry on Johnson out in space. Could potentially be a safe play. You know, we're coming in kind of cold. They bite on the screen pass. We get blockers. There we go. The perfect screenplay. Let's go. I don't care about this defense. You know, the best way to take away Khalil Mack and Aaron Donald is get outside. Get outside the hash marks. Make it so we put it on that linebackers there. So it's tied up 17 apiece. We kick the field goal. 3-point lead. We give up. Oh, there we go. Okay, a lot of stuff going on here. 3-point. Okay, we're down. We score. We take a shot. I don't know. Just run it. Let's play it safe. See if we can get a home run. Carry on Johnson. Nice running back. We saw what he did. We got great blocking. Okay. Didn't work out, but we'll take a shot. I don't know who's our fastest guy. Andy Isabella got 99 speed. I don't know why they want us to play it safe. So we got like, okay, we'll go inside post potentially. Where's Isabella? Isabella, top of the screen. No one covering him. Can we get an old school? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom! No. Oh, we got it. He's just so fast. He's just so fast. Walk off. 73. That was the perfect matchup. I mean, I don't know what they have for corners. I assume they don't have Kyle Fuller anymore. But, I mean, he's Tyreek Hill fast. He's 99 speed. He got behind this guy, Austin. And that's epic. Walk-off touchdown. I mean, Justin Fields, unreal. We could not stop him. Our defense could not stop him. I'm glad we had the ball last, but Kyler Murray, deep ball, one of the best, if not the best deep threat in football. Andy Isabella and the Arizona Cardinals are heading to their first Super Bowl 7 years into the rebuild. The Super Bowl is against the 12-3-1 Cincinnati Bengals. I have no idea how this team is built. They do have J.J. Watt, who's their only X factor. Joe Mixon did nothing. They have nothing. This is an easy dub. Again, we'll Papa Bear it. If we have to come in, we will. But this has to be a win. This is a great matchup. This Bengals team on paper does not match up well against us whatsoever. 14-0. Look, they can't score on our defense. This is just dumb. Our defense is suffocating them right now. My God. Third down. I'm going to come in, throw a bomb to Isabella. So what do? We have a terrible jersey combination. Just throw a bomb. Slants, don't care. Where's Isabella in the slot? Should be good enough. Come on, man. They can't cover this. He's too fat. Oh, they got it. They threw. That's stupid. Jesse Bates with the pick. See, we got too much confidence in that Chicago Bear win. We just came in and essentially gave them the ball to go score a touchdown. And our defense stopped them. Hell yeah, man. This defense is unreal. It's relenting, but they tie the game up for... Oh, no. That pick probably... We have all our timeouts. We just need a first down. Let's go. We need Tylan Wallace. I don't think that should have happened. I disagree. I strongly disagree with that closing speed. Any of the highlights I see with like anyone with escape routes, they never get caught like that. But of course we get caught like that. All Madden don't ever change. All Madden give us the Andy Isabella deep bomb. All Madden also has Kyler Murray just get destroyed behind the line of scrimmage by some linebacker. Okay, first Super Bowl appearance and first Super Bowl loss. Justin Herbert outduels Kyler Murray. I mean, we simmed it, and Kyler Murray did not play well in the sim. We didn't run the ball particularly well in the sim. This game was all about our defense until the fourth quarter when they got gassed. And they felt short. All right, we still got 3 more years, and hopefully this is just the beginning. Free agency, we have some top names. Christian Kirk, who actually let walk, is the top available free agent. There was bad regression from Hassan Riddick. He's down to an 81, even though we got promoted to X Factor. It's just not worth it this time. However, Thompson, who's been serviceable, he's been here since the very beginning, but he's starting to regress a little bit. And we got someone like Rayshawn Chamberlain, who's a scheme fit, 25, 88 overall. 7-point upgrade just makes too much sense to try to get it in. So one of those really affordable safety contracts. So that's really the only contract we're looking at right now, and let's just continue to dominate the drafts. That's how we're gonna win. I want to show you literally the worst draft I think I've ever seen. Like every position that we potentially need, there's always D tackles and corners. Everything else is red. Man, look at our scouting. Look at all the red. Once we get out of the first round, this is super weak draft. No steals, no first rounders or anything crazy like that. So, I mean, Kerryon Johnson's getting a little older. This guy looks real good. All the skills look fine. 4.47, he's power back. Not really a scheme fit, but at this point in time, you just want to get best player available. And Bryson Kyle, number 14 in true talent, 74 hidden dev. Really nice, kind of like Nick Chubb-ish. But I can't believe how bad this... Not bad, because, you saw some greens there. How bang on average this draft class is. So, from a bang on average draft, we traded out, man. I got so many picks next year. 3rd rounders, 4th rounders. But we got a 3rd round, Eddie Tucker, 67 linebacker. Then we finished up the draft. We didn't have a fullback in the roster. We actually got, he was 22nd in true talent. That's how bad it was. DeMarcus Barnes from Baylor, and he's a scheme fit. Year 8, we're a 90 overall team. Offense still dominating in terms of overall. But Kyler Murray, 2-time MVP. We brought in a new running back here to kind of help things out. Isabella and Wallace, our starters, along with Brevin Jordan, are without a doubt our most productive skill position players from last year. Offensive line looks really, really strong. Going to be one of the best offensive lines in the National Football League. Flipping to the defense, Stevens came out superstar dev, which was great. The rookie out of Boston College last year had a solid year. Did he win Defensive Rookie of the Year? He did. Defensive Rookie of the Year. Got his dev trait upgrade. None. He was straight up a superstar dev, which is great. Linebacking course still is a work in progress. We brought in Chamberlain in free agency to really solidify our safety tandem as one of the best in the National Football League. So come on, let's win another title. So midway point of year 8, and we're 3-4. Not good at all. Man, what do we have to do to get a dev trait scenario? I have not got one, I don't think, in 2 years. This whole rebuild. So we're in year 3, halfway through year 3. I have not got one of these star players to come out and be like, hey, man, I'd like to have a big week. Potentially go up in dev trade. That's killing us on the defense. We do not have enough game changers on the defensive side of the ball. All right. Contracts. Wheeler for sure is getting new money. $82 million. Outside of that, Ed Basemaster. Look at all these free agents. Year 8, failure. I mean, we get to see the Rams go in 16, which is kind of funny, but 6-10, not good enough. There's no way to cut it. Not good enough. Kyler Murray played well. 36 touchdowns for Kyler Murray, 3,800 yards, 1,208 for Kerryon Johnson. Bryson Kyle came in with star dev. He's going to have big shoes to fill. We're probably going to rock and roll with him as our starter next season. Andy Isabella, 1,000 yards, 9 touchdowns, 711 from Tylan Wallace. So, I mean, not a great year, but still better production we were getting from Christian Kirk. I mean, Christian Kirk rarely would put up those kind of numbers. Solid numbers from Brevin Jordan as well. Defensively, David Reese, 113 tackles. We got sacks are down. Those are pathetic numbers for sacks, man. Pathetic. Interceptions look good. I'll take 4 picks, 3 picks. It's not good. It's just not good enough, especially on the defense. Lamar Jackson is your MVP. Kyler Murray coming in number 4. Justin Fields, Fred Warner. Bryson Kyle's your offensive rookie of the year. That's pretty cool. Nothing in terms of individual award winners. It's just, I don't know. We got to get some game changers on that defense. What did we finish? Offensively, we're probably top 15, top 10. 11th, so essentially a top 10 offense. Got to have bottom defense. Got to have 7th. So what the hell? How do we have top 10 offense, top 10 defense at 6-10? All right. Year 9. But a free agency, it's a down period for sure at this position. Running backs are there. Like, literally, the only upgrade would be bringing back Kerryon Johnson. So, yes, it's a bummer. We need to get better, and it's not rolling out for us. Like, we could sign Derwin James and make him a linebacker, maybe. Even that would be, pulling at strings. We don't have that much money in salary cap to take a risk on a move like that. The 6th pick, and this guy's going to be a middle linebacker. Don't care. I'm making it happen. We didn't get Derwin James, but I got that idea in my head that I want to get someone like that to run the middle of this defense. And Alante McMillan at pick 6, 77 hidden dev, 88 speed, good coverage, 95 acceleration, can tackle. Give me monster. Give me this. What's his tackling? What's his 69? I mean, that could be a little bit better, but I'm moving him in the linebacker. I don't even care what his rating takes a hit for. That's where he's going. Followed up back-to-back picks. We got Tim Dean, number 7. He's supposed to go in the 4th round, but we scouted him. And this guy's actually incredible for a corner. So I pretty much summed up the draft after that. It wasn't a particularly strong draft. So here's how it finished out. We had our board. So we saw our 2 picks here. Then in the 3rd round, we got Heath Bronson, linebacker from Maryland, 68. Came with a hidden dev. That's a nice little sneaky pick. We had Kerr, 67 tackle. We got Gillespie, 72 tackle. A couple 60s. Nothing. I mean, again, we had a lot of picks. It just was a weak draft. This is a downside of getting this late in a rebuild and having so many picks. It doesn't really matter. So, yeah. But 2 really nice players here. And McMillan, who actually, let's do it right now. We're making him a middle linebacker. Goes from 77 safety. Should be like 74. 72. Don't care. He's going to be fun to use. And Dean's nice little corner. Okay, year 9. Here's where our team is at. Not a lot of changes. Again, we haven't been free agency. Has not been very nice to us in terms of like really good upgrades. Kyle is going to be our starting linebacker. Let's try that again. Kyle is going to be our starting running back. No more Kerryon Johnson. We have Murray's 96 Isabella. I think one of the best QB wide receiver tandems in the league. Everything else on the offensive line remains about the same. Defensively, we brought in our boy McMillan at middle linebacker. I'm hoping the sky's the limit for this kid. Outside of that, I mean, we got some good young corners here. We'll actually bump Dean up a little bit here on the depth chart. But, I mean, I need some depth trait scenarios, Pablo, to be completely honest with you here. Year 9. Let's go. Let's try to get at least our 3rd NFC West title. Halfway through year, again, I don't know, is Kyler Murray cursed? I mean, we're only a game back in the NFC West, but 3-4 for a team that's 90 overall. I have a lot higher expectations, but these are going to be our final contract extensions. Andy Isabella for sure, whatever it costs to bring him back. He's been really he's been our best player. Byron Murphy's developed into a really nice corner, so I'd love to have him for the entirety of the rebuild. Skinner's a solid defensive end. Production's not really there, but we don't really have the luxury of letting him walk. Everything else kind of works out in our favor. We can extend Pauly because he is a starter. I just like the fact that we drafted a hidden dev punter, but everyone else can walk, and we have enough money to maybe bring in a potential game changer for year number 10. And somehow we made the playoffs 9-6-1, good enough to win a awful NFC West. I literally sitting in this year being like, all right, what a waste of a season, but we got a chance. Even though we got to run the gauntlet, we got a chance. I do know that just from upgrading a player that we got a dev trait that we'd like to see on the defense. McMillan emerged as a superstar, 79 superstar. I mean, look at that profile. This tackling's fine, 97 acceleration. This guy is insane get off and insane burst to get after whatever. Quarterbacks, running backs, it don't matter. How did we get to this point? I'm not exactly sure. Kyler Murray played very well. I take that back saying he's cursed because really, even though we haven't been winning, he's been playing well. 40 touchdowns to 3 picks. Also had 5 rushing touchdowns, 45 total touchdowns. He might have his 3rd MVP, honestly. 1,000 yards for Kyle. 1,100 yards, 16 touchdowns for Isabella. He's a god. 907 from Tylan Wallace. A little bit of a down year for Brevin Jordan. 111 tackles for KJ Britt. 11 sacks for Wheeler. 8 for Fedarian Mathis. I like seeing that. Skinner, 14 TFLs. 3 picks from Alante McMillan in the middle of that defense. He's been sensational. Yearly awards MVP, Jordan Love. Kyler Murray coming in at number 4. Looking at the NFC, Offensive Player of the Year went to Jordan Love. Kyler Murray, the runner-up there. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Defensive Rookie of the Year. McMillan got beat out by Clay Sullivan, who actually was the linebacker I kind of wanted to target. He was actually a linebacker. We didn't have to convert anyone, but I still really like the kind of year McMillan had, and he had the superstar dev. which is cool. For individual awards, Andy Isabella, yet again, is the best wide receiver in this conference. And, yeah, let's run the gauntlet, baby. Let's run this gauntlet. Okay, come on. Come on, Kyler. Come on, Mr. 40 touchdowns. It's the Minnesota Vikings. Records are equal. I think the edge definitely goes towards our team when it comes to roster. So let's see if we can get another playoff win under our belt. Run the, like I said, pound the rock. Run the gauntlet. And let's win a Super Bowl finally. It only took us 9 years to get to this point. So we're at 10-7. Low scoring game. Defensive battle. Obviously our offense is better than our defense, but we have some playmakers on our defense. And we are struggling here just a little bit for sure. If we can get a defensive stop and I can hop in. Okay, we did not. This game is going to be over. And unfortunately, one and done in year number 9. We got a divisional title. We're up to 3 divisional titles so far in this rebuild, but we're entering the 10th and final year of the Cardinals rebuild. And we haven't even played in a Super Bowl yet. So, big final year for Kyler Murray. We need another 40 touchdown year so we can, obviously we'll play a little bit more gameplay. But, I'm not overly optimistic right now. This could be our first failure of a rebuild, realistic style, here in Madden 20. Unbelievable. I thought we were going to be able to sign a free agent. We actually had to cut someone to make it all work. Of course, there's no one really appealing anyways. Beyond, looking at the top free agents. That's the biggest one, bringing in a 4-point upgrade at running back. So, no harm, no foul, but we do need to free up $3 million in cap space. So, who's getting the cut? There got to be someone on this team that's just sucking ass in terms of salary cap. Jeff Gladney, that'll probably actually get us under. I'll get pretty close to it. We're going to be, what, like 500K? 400K? Whatever. We'll just cut some guys when it comes down to our final roster cuts. But goodbye, Jeff Gladney. Thanks for getting us under the salary cap. That's about all you've offered to this Cardinals team in this rebuild. So because we have so many draft picks, I'm able to trade our first, second, and third to move up to pick 8. That's the earliest pick I could get for this draft to try to get us a game changer rookie. Highly unlikely that we will, but you never know. For our final draft of the rebuild, we traded all that to get a not great pick. It's not a bad pick. We got Jason Hunt, 71, hidden dev linebacker. More so, I just needed a middle linebacker, another one to potentially come in and compete, maybe be an upgrade over David Reese, and just see what it's. Let's cheat a little bit. Let's peek what this dev trade is. It starts something. Yeah, he's just a couple 60s. We simmed. We had so many picks this year and fell flat. Not a great start to our final year Super Bowl or bust time. So this is it, all or nothing for the Arizona Cardinals, as we just made Byron Murphy a 90 overall. Here's our team, 91 overall with a 95 offense, 88 defense. Again, not a lot of turnover, not a lot of change to this roster. Our good players are still our good players. Kyler Murray, Andy Isabella, Wirfs, Creed Humphrey on the offense, Filet been holding it down at right tackle. You got Brevin Jordan and Tylan Wallace have been here for 2-3 years now, got themselves established. Go to the defense. Wheeler is our only superstar X factor. McMillan, we're going to make him our starting linebacker, obviously. We got some superstars. It's just all this silver, I feel like it's been not helping us whatsoever. Even though there's some good ratings. Chamberlain's a 90. We got Skinner, who we drafted, is an 89. Fedarian Mathis up to an 86. But I don't know, man. We're going to need Kyler to go off. Kyler's going to need an MVP caliber season, I think, for us to have a chance at winning here a Super Bowl at the dying moments in year 10 of the Arizona Cardinals rebuild. We did it. Just barely. Week 17, we beat the Cowboys 38-17. It gives us a 10-6 record, an NFC West title, our 4th of the rebuild, which, goes down. That's fine. That's more titles than we won in the Eagles rebuild. But we actually had a Super Bowl in that Eagles rebuild. So this is all or nothing. But with a 10-6 record, we get the rare first-round bye with a 10-6 record as our GM wants to congratulate us. Thanks, bro. Appreciate it. Give me some morale. Hopefully that helps us when it comes towards the sim. We'll sim a week here just to find out who our opponent is before we look at the stats for the regular season. And we're going to be taking on the 9-7 New York Giants as we upgrade Fedarian Mathis up to an 88. Looking at our regular season stats, Kyler Murray played well. 3,800 yards, 30 touchdowns. Ran the ball pretty good. Receiving over 1,000 yards, 13 touchdowns for Andy Isabella. We'll go look at all these stats in just a second. Defensively, David Reese, solid again. 9.5 sacks for Fedarian Mathis, 7.5 Wheeler, 7 for Skinner, 4 picks Byron Murphy. There's been I like these players. Like, look at the career stats here. Kyler Murray. So there we go. That's where he's at 10 years in. 300 touchdowns to 80 picks, 3,800 yards. Also throwing in 4,000 rushing yards, 36 touchdowns. So he's, you know, almost 380 total tutties through 10 years. That's not bad. That's impressive. Receiving, Andy Isabella. I think he's been the best player of the rebuild. If we had to give a game ball out for this rebuild, it has been Andy Isabella. X factor in the slot. Over 10,000 receiving yards, over 100 touchdowns. He probably still got, you know, another 2-3 years left minimum. So we're talking about a guy that could be pushing 150 total touchdowns, 12,000, 13,000, like fringe Hall of Fame type numbers. Defensively, Byron Murphy, 18 picks. I'll take that. David Reese has had a solid career. Not a lot of tackles, though. 49.5 sacks for Wheeler. We got 29 for Federian Mathis. You know, it's just a solid, solid rebuild. Nothing too special outside of Andy Isabella, who I think was truly special. And I guess, you know, we do have 2 MVPs for Kyler Murray. But now it's time. We don't have to run the gauntlet. We get the nice little first round bye. Let's handle business here against the Giants and get back to the NFC Championship game. Okay, come on. We got this. We got this, right? We got this, right? There's no way we choke against the Giants. This is it. These guys know it's it. These guys know this is everything we've ever worked for. So we tie this game up 7 apiece here in the second quarter. Giants get a touchdown. I don't know what happened there. A lot of back and forth. Our team is fizzling out. We'll kick the field goal to make it an 11-point deficit to enter the second half. And we are just not playing well whatsoever. We'll come in on 3rd down, 3rd and 3. What are we talking about here? We'll go mesh, something simple. Oh, okay, it's the end of the quarter. Thanks for bringing it in and wasting my time. I don't know, man. I just had bad vibes about this rebuild since like year 3 or 4 of it from the first part. That is just, I don't know, something weird. Just wasn't clicking with this team. So we'll take off and scramble with Kyler Murray because it's what you do. Don't get much in terms of blocking, but we need a bunch of quick scores here. Rather through the air or through the ground, we need chunk plays. We'll see if the sim can get us a touchdown, which they do. Our defense does not get a stop. We go down the field fairly quickly. We come in, 4 verts. I mean, this is going to be just shenanigans at this point, but there's a chance. There's a chance. We got Andy Isabella. I said he's the MVP. We crown. Okay, absolutely no blocking. Amon St. Brown, who's done nothing. This rebuild continues to do nothing. The big drop there. Should have came down with it. He had first chance, first grab. Contested catch, but he had the advantage. I've seen guys in the XFL make catches like that this weekend. See? Andy Isabella just one hand grabs it. He's been the saving grace of this rebuild. Let's get Kyler Murray. Oh. That's not a good throw. Why is he so slow, man? Like, I just hate when you're like... I was playing with my kid the other day. We're playing on rookie. We're playing, and he's just like, you know... I wish they brought back that one button mode, because I got a 3-year-old that I'm trying to teach how to play Madden, but I'm starting. But, like... Here's something I just don't understand. And like, you guys probably have seen it. Well, I don't know. A lot of you guys, I don't know how many of you guys actually play on rookie. But like, guys are faster. Like, it just doesn't make sense. That's it. Like, I'm not touching anything with the speed threshold, right? Everything with the speed threshold stays the exact same. I could have a 50. Oh, come on. Right there. Go up and get it. And he drops it. Of course. But a 99 speed on rookie should be the exact same fast in-game as a 99 speed on all Madden, right? Like, shouldn't it be? But, like, there's 100% a difference between a guy with 99 speed on all Madden and a guy with 99 speed on rookie. On rookie, he burns past everyone. He's beating slants 70% of the time. And I get that there can be better coverages, better, you know, bump and runs and stuff like that from DBs. But, like, your player shouldn't be noticeably slower on a harder difficulty. So, You're supposed to just getting murked here. It's over. This is going to be the end of the rebuild. Failed rebuild. We've done 3 teams, and of course the Cardinals, when all is said and done, can't get it done. But I don't know. Is there? I don't. You know, I'm not going to complain about it. It is what it is, man. Our team, it just felt weird. When all is said and done, it wasn't good enough. But I just feel like in this game in particular, anytime we hopped in, man, our fast players just felt slower than what they would be on other difficulties, and I don't know. And this is not a new complaint. It's just something that just reared up its ugly head. Like, Like we just saw all the pass with Isabella. He was not getting wide open. You know what I'm saying? Like on the 50-50 contested catches, yeah, he should get destroyed. He's like 5'10". But like there should be, at least on those go routes, on those streaks, he should be getting open. And then it's on us to be able to stay in the pocket and find him. And he just wasn't getting open no matter who was covering him. And that wraps up a failure of a rebuild. We got to take the L. We got 4 divisional titles. Got 2 MVPs for Kyler Murray. But no Super Bowl. And it kind of sucks. Kind of annoyed, kind of triggered, but I do have something to look forward to because now that I'm going to edit this video, I get to tonight record the new episode of the Connected Franchise Mode, which my fast players, hey, they actually play pretty fast. Shout out to James Prochet. But that'll do it for today's rebuild. As always, guys, let me know in the comment section below what team you want to see on the next realistic rebuild that I think will probably drop on Thursday. Not sure yet, but let me know what team you want to see next. I will do the most upvoted team in the comments. Thank you for watching. As always, your first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. Smash the like button if you enjoyed. And until next time, it's C4 saying peace out.
Money I'm spending, I'm out and I'm shopping. You talking that shit, well you talking and talking. Look at my options, look at me dropping. Ass in the game, like who are you stopping? Not me, not me, not never. Not me, not me, not never. Not me, not me, not never. I'm way too clever. Look at the kid, Mr. Consistent, I'm doing it big. Way too persistent on taking your bitch. Here comes a monster to scare all you kids. Y'all scared, y'all